it's G here with Golden Thread Tarot. How are you doing today? I hope that you are having a blessed and wonderful day. As always, I'm here to bring you another channeled message. Alright, my loves, let's see what Spirit wants to talk about today. I'm hearing receiving messages. I'm worried. I have some ocean sounds going in the background because it felt appropriate for some reason today. It's going to be what somebody needs to hear. Somebody's been thinking about going to the beach. Like, Spirit's like, yeah, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and plan your trip. If you've been planning a trip, go ahead and plan it. Make it work, Spirit said. Okay. Or lakeside, possibly even. They're showing me, like, the lakeside tranquility card in here. Let's see what intuitive images Spirit wants to bring to us today. I'm hearing somebody's spirit guide telling them, like, you know what you need to do. They're like, you know what you need to do. It's 4:20 down on the clock. On the real-time clock. Somebody's spirit guide telling them, 121. Yeah. Follow the signs and the symbols, right? Like, follow the signs, follow the symbols, like, you know that you're getting guidance. You know that the pathway is being cleared. Spirit is shining a light on any kind of thing that might be slowing you down, right? Any distractions or any little side quest that you might be going on right now, right? Any kind of little side quest that you might be going that's bringing you off the initial path. This card keeps coming up for you guys. So, yeah, I saw this morning glory card too, right? The dawn of a brand new cycle, the dawn of a brand new day for you guys, right? Wow. Okay, what little cross here? What's leaving? Oh, okay, so the foundation card with the rocks card with foundation in reverse. Okay, so a perspective of looking at the situation a little too closely is what I'm getting. See how, like, this is like the gravel path this is made out of, and see how, like, close up on it is, right? I feel like this is the perspective that's leaving you, like, looking at the situation a little too closely, not being able to see, like, the bigger, grander picture of what's going on here. Oh, Spirit said this is somebody around you. Somebody around you is making you doubt, right? You got eyes on you. You got eyes on you, and somebody's making you, like, doubt your path or doubt where you're supposed to be going because they can't see the bigger picture. Like, that's not your problem. That's their issue. Now, I understand it's easy to say that, but it's harder when these people are the people that you consider, like, your support system, or they're your friends, they're your family, they're your partner, they're your children, you know, or they're your, you're their parent and you want their support and their understanding. And right, but Spirit is saying, like, this waiting for other people's approval is stopping you from, it's not stopping you, but it's something that's, like, dragging down your ascension, like it's slowing it down, right? Because you're ascending here, right? So Spirit says that's something that's, like, holding you up, like it's a little too close, like caring a little bit too much about other people's opinions. Okay, wait. Spirit guide is telling me, okay, my candle just went out, just burned out. So Spirit is telling me that there's somebody trying to put out your flame. There's somebody trying to put out your fire. I don't like to bring a lot of messages. I try not to focus on bringing messages to you guys where we're talking about other people and their issues. You know, I might mention them, how, you know, oh, just bring it back to self. But Spirit is saying there is somebody who's very much so purposely, like, dousing out your fire. I mean, they're showing me, like, a person, like, holding up a bucket and they're like, psh, like, over your head. So, like, put out your flames, like, put out your passions. This could be somebody at your job or at your workplace. Like, they reminded me of a story that I was listening to about a woman saying that, that her boss, she was saying that she lost a lot of weight, and she was noticing how that some people treated her different, right? I believe it was a TikTok. It was like a TikTok reaction. But she was like, when I lost weight, before I lost weight, I was always having ideas. I was always speaking up, but my boss would always talk over me. My boss would always silence me. And then I lost a bunch of weight. And then my boss started calling on me. Oh, you always have such good ideas. And she was like, excuse me? Like, you always dumped on my ideas before. But now that I've lost weight, she said, that's what she said to him. She's like, I had good ideas when I was 70 pounds heavier too. Now you got all this new energy. Now you got all this new energy. And she said she called him out right there, right? Too close to the situation, right? All up in your business. That's what I'm getting. So like Spirit saying somebody's all up in your business. They're too close to the situation. Like, I feel like somebody's like projecting some of their own issues onto you, right? Somebody is just like, because you are doing things that perhaps maybe they put limitations on themselves or they put limitations on you, like, oh, they'll never be able to do that. And you're doing it and it's proving them wrong. It's giving them, somebody's got some kind of complex here. Like, it's like, and they're just like, and Spirit is like, it's not about you. Like, that's what Spirit, that, like, I think Spirit is trying to use you as an example for this person, but this person is like not getting it. They're like, it's not about you. It's about this other person, right? It's not about, Spirit saying that to this other person, right? Like, it's not about you. It's about collective. Like, they're just doing their own thing. It's not about you. They're not on some vendetta to prove you wrong. They're just trying to live their best life on themselves, right? And this other person, you might have somebody in your area, or in your area. Okay, in your area, they might be a neighbor. They could be a friend. They could be a family member. They could be, it could be a spouse. It could be, I'm getting really heavily around a job, or they're in the same arena. They are either in the same field as you, okay? And they can witness your work or witness what you do, or they work at your job with you, and this person sees you glowing up and sees you getting there and sees you getting attention and sees people like recognizing you, and this person feels ignored, right? This person feels ignored. Like, maybe at one time this person felt like they could see themselves in you. Like, they could see themselves in you, but now you're changing. Now your philosophy is changing. Now how you talk. And so they are seeing that other people are treating you different, that other people are talking to you differently. And now that makes them feel some type of way. They're like, why them? Like, they're projecting their own insecurities onto you. Like, why them and not me? Like, what? Like, there's nothing special about them. Like, who cares? You know, who cares if they lost a bunch of weight? Who cares if they're glowing up? Who cares if they're finding themselves? Like, who cares? Like, who would? Nobody cares. Nobody cares. And I'm getting the feeling that this is a person that will smile in your face, that will be like, oh my God, I love you so much. Or like, oh my God, yes, you're so great. But behind your back, they're just like, and maybe not even to other people's faces, but in their own mind, they're like, I can just see somebody like rolling their eyes. So funny. They're reminding me of somebody that I used to work with, where like, it's like no shade to her or anything like that. Like, I don't hold like any grudges on her. I'm just like, I see you though. But like, I would be talking or saying something and she would roll her eyes a lot. Like, I don't know. She kind of did it like subconsciously. Like, she didn't realize that she was doing it or something. But she, like, I would be saying stuff and she would just be like, but then like the words coming out of her mouth were like, yeah, I totally understand what you say. Yeah. Like, oh, me too. Like, I really feel that way too. And I'm like, do you not realize that you're rolling your eyes? Like I can see you. Like, I can see you doing that. Like, honey, it don't match. The words coming out of your mouth and your face don't match. They don't match, right? So it's no shade. Like, I didn't have anything to do with it, but I'm just like, okay, what you got going on there? Like, not any of my business. You know, I was just aware of it. And I would just be like, okay. Okay. Do you think I don't see you? Right? This is the obscured view. Like, you don't think I don't see you? Like, look. Like, I see you. Obscured view. Like, damn. Could all these trees, like, I'm trying to see this beautiful sunset back here, but it's like this other person cannot see. They cannot see you and the beauty and the lessons that Spirit is trying to teach them through them observing you, for all of their own shit, like for all of their own insecurities and all their own things. Like, the projection is just too strong in this person. And I don't know if this is a person like you're trying to like take under your wing, or if this is a person you're considering a friend or something like that, but Spirit is just saying like no hate against them or anything like that, but like, you should kind of reevaluate. Like, you should reevaluate who this person is, or exactly what energy they're in. And for some of them, they're telling me like this person is not even that aware, right? Some people some people still call you a friend, but they can still be jealous, not in a malicious way, but they can just be like, man, I wish I wish I had that, or I wish I had the opportunity to do that. And just in them doing that, having that jealousy in their heart, that's a form of sending the evil eye. Even though there is no evil intent behind it, there is no malicious intent behind it. They just have that envious like energy inside of them. And Spirit saying that's all it takes, right? As long as their internal thoughts, like they, and even in themselves, they could be thinking like, no, this person's my friend. I don't have any issues with them. But subconsciously, they're very jealous of where you're going and what you're doing and what like moves you're making. And so that's enough for their subconscious thoughts to be envious, to be, I wish I had, to covet, right? To do that like coveting thing. Like that's enough, because your energy is really sensitive right now. Like that's enough. It's not enough to stop you, but it's enough like for the energy, you know, for you to kind of pick up on this energy and be like, who am I getting this from? So you would not think that you were getting it from that person. And in general, like in their mind, they don't wish ill will on you. They're not wishing ill will on you. They're not wishing that you didn't have what you have. They're just like, I wish I had it. I wish I had it. And Spirit's like, you could have it. But you're not seeing the lesson that this person is supposed to be. This person is supposed to be an inspiration to you, not somebody that just inspires jealousy, and then you just sit there like, wish I had it too. Wish I had it too. Like, go get it. Go do it. It requires work. But yeah, but it's like they're just not seeing the point. So Spirit is saying like, and it's hard to find these people that they're exactly this way, right? It's hard to find these people that are this way because they're not really like, hold on just one second. Sorry about that. They're like, and it's hard to find people that are, you know, to identify these people because they're not like your enemies, you know? They're not like, or you never guess that these people that, you know, that they have as much envy in them, and they might not even realize how much envy that they have. Oh my God, my throat chakra is like, and that's just because I'm tapping into their energy, and they just don't. This is the type of person that keeps really quiet about a lot of things that how they really feel about things. And it's not necessarily that if they really ask themselves how they really feel that they would say they hated you or anything like that, because they don't hate you. And in fact, they could consider you like a friend, and they genuinely mean that. Like, I genuinely consider you a friend, but this person does not acknowledge how deep their envy goes, because it's not really about you. It's about their life, right? But they're unknowingly casting out a lot of that energy onto you. Like, man, if I had their life, I'd be doing something different. Or man, if I had that, I'd be handling it completely different. And when we do things like that, if that person is particularly, sensitive to energy, they can pick that up and they can feel that, right? And it can come across as like a kind of like limiting, or kind of, like I said, it can come across like just sending that energy. You can feel that energy from that person. So Spirit saying you might have been hearing people, or you might have been getting the message to like let somebody go, and you're not going to identify this person necessarily as your enemy, because they're not necessarily your enemy, but they are a resistance. They are their energy, you being tapped into their energy and being around them and spending time with them and sharing what you're doing with your life with them, is providing this resistant energy to certain things that you want. Because whether or not this person would ever admit it to themselves subconsciously, they don't want to see you progress, because it's really about them. They're like, I don't want to see you progress because it makes me feel bad about myself, right? Yeah. There is like a lingering tower moment here, because there is this unexpected, right? Finding, when this is in the upright, this moss tree for me is like unexpected. It's like growth in unexpected places. But for this, Spirit is kind of like, yeah, it's just like this person is just not. Oh, that's sad, because they're just, it's like a situation where it's like they're just not as happy for you. Like there is there is none of that energy where it's like, yeah, they're like, oh, I'm happy for you. And then inside there is like this self-judgment, self-energy, but they're kind of, instead of just taking it onto themselves, they're projecting it onto you, because it's easier. It's easier to project that. So it's like every time they see you succeed, they're like, wow, that's great. And they really do mean that it is great to see you, but there is a different side of them that's like, turning to them. It's like their own shadow self is turning to them and being like, wow, they're succeeding, not in the way that you would. Or, you know, if like, that's great that they're happening, but that's not happening in your life. You know, like, if only it was happening in your life. If it was happening in your life, you'd do something else with it, wouldn't you? You'd do something different than they're doing. If you were in their place, there's no way you'd be doing exactly what they're doing. Like, wouldn't you be doing something different? Like, wow, they got another promotion. Wow, you haven't gotten promotion in like 4 years. Wow. It's kind of that energy where subconsciously their shadow self is like, and it's just enough. It's just enough for you to probably pick up on this person's energy of them doing that. And like I said, at the end of the day, it's not even really about you. It's about them. But yeah, they're just too close. They're too close to the situation. Things are a little cracked open. Yeah, their dark side, their darkness is kind of just obscuring it, right? Yeah. Wow. Yeah, their path is obscured. They have a path too. They have their own path, but they're kind of a little lost and kind of like the dark, kind of gloomy at like, right? I took this picture on a really like dark and kind of a like rainy, overcast, gloomy day. So it's like the dark and gloomies, right? And they feel, this always reminds me of the Five of Pentacles. They feel like they don't want to be left out in the cold. They don't want to feel different. Okay, this could just be like somebody that's in a friend circle with you, or was in a friend circle, or was in a group with you. And like I said, at one point they saw themselves in you. They saw this, but then it's just like you're changing and they don't see the same changes happening in their life. And it's kind of this resistance like, no, don't leave me. Like, damn, like, it's kind of like when you realize that, like, you know how you go through transitions in your life, right? And it's like realizing maybe it's like, oh, I just don't jive with that person anymore. And it's not like they're a bad person. It's not, I mean, sometimes it is, right? But it's not like they're a bad person. They're at just a different stage of their life. They're getting into different things that I'm into. They're kind of still on the old shit and I'm not really on that anymore, you know? So it's like one of those situations where your friend might be like, you know, you've changed a lot. And you're like, yeah. And they're like, I guess we really don't get along like we used to, or I guess you're kind of just into some stuff that I'm really not into, or I guess you're kind of just, you know, you're doing different things with your time, you're moving different, you're taking different moves, and, you know, like, damn. So it is kind of this energy of where, like, this person doesn't really want, this person feels like you changing is going to take them away from you. And they don't want that to happen because they do consider you a friend, or they do consider you somebody close, right? But it's like this person doesn't realize that it's not really, you know, that they're kind of holding you back, and they're not trying to hold you back, but the energy is kind of like this holding you back, like, don't leave me, don't change, like, oh, I see you changing, don't change, because at a soul level they know that this change is going to bring some like distance between the two of you. Yeah, you're getting a lot more independent. You know, you're getting a lot done. You're getting a lot more independent. Yeah. And it's kind of confusing them. They're not seeing their same path forward, you know, but it's not on you to slow down. It's not on you to stop. It's not on you to slow down so that they can catch up, right? Like, that's just on them. Yeah, the Lovers. It's about a choice. For some of you, like I said, this is a Lovers, or for some of you, this just like soulmate energy. Sometimes that can happen, right? Soulmates can turn karmic when it comes to the natural splitting, right? Some soulmates, they come into our life and they stay in our life our whole lives. You know, some of them are life partners. Some of them are friends that are friends for 20, 30 years or something like that. And then sometimes, you know, there's some years in your life where you're supposed to be, but then the two of you make different choices. And sometimes those different choices lead you on different paths, right? Sometimes this can be, you know, soul or friends that choose to stay on a karmic path when you're choosing to elevate. And that doesn't necessarily mean that they're staying on abusive stuff or they're staying on toxic stuff. But it can also mean that it's just like, well, you know, you leaving their life lets room for somebody else to step into their life that's more on the same level as them, or that is still, you know, that it's about that same energy with them, or just another person that they're going to learn a different lesson than they did from you, right? And the same thing can happen. The two of you came together, right? But then, like, things are just getting kind of more distant between the two of you, right? Things are just getting more distant between the two of you. And it's okay, because that's just the way it's supposed to be. There's enlightenment happening here. You don't necessarily, you know, every split doesn't have to be because the person you're splitting from is toxic. It can just be, we've outgrown each other. We're going in different directions, you know? And whoever this person is, they don't They don't want to see you go, because at the end of the day, seeing you go means that they're not, that they are viewing that as, I'm not changing, I'm not developing, I'm not, you know, justice. But that's just, it's bringing balance to the situation, you know. King of Wands, this person could be a masculine fire sign energy. Could be for some of you, or you could be, right? Or you could just be getting in this energy of, I'm right, wow. Right? Like, I'm just following my happiness, I'm learning, I'm going out there, I'm changing, I'm getting up off that, you know. The King of Wands energy is a person who is getting up, who is doing what they need to do, who is making those changes, who is making those moves, who is taking those classes, who is reading those books, and not just reading them to read them, but to also, you know, to putting those things that they're learning into effect into their life, and making those changes into their life, right? Choosing their happiness, chasing down their enlightenment, right? Learning what they need to learn, and moving on to other cycles. And that just is what it is, right? Yeah, you're leaving the cycle, and that's just naturally what it is. This other person is turning into a karmic energy because they don't want to let you go. They don't want to let the natural split that's supposed to be happening now happen. So they're holding on to your energy because they're afraid of what's going to be on the other side of that, you know. I'm hearing somebody's energy is saying, if not you, then who? Like, if it's not you, then who? So for some of you, especially if this was like a lover situation, this person might have thought that, okay, this is the one. Or at one point, the two of you might have thought each other was the one, right? And now, you know, the universe is kind of splitting the two of you apart, or you're walking down separate journeys, or you've made separate decisions, you know, because some people are supposed to come into our journey and then we split apart, and that just is what it is, right? And this person is like, well, if it's not you, then who? Right? If it's not you, then who? And the way this the way this spread is being laid out here, like, all the people are looking this way towards the lovers, towards this lovers energy. So it is kind of the situation where, if it's like, if not you, then who? Like, where are you going? I feel like they're like watching you go towards a different direction. Okay, the High Priestess, right? It's a secret. Yeah. This person doesn't feel your energy anymore. This person, at one point, your energy was open to this person and it was nurturing and giving to them. And they don't feel that way anymore. And it creates like this really heaviness. They have like this really heaviness on their heart chakra at the thought of you leaving, at the thought of not being friends with you, or not being your lover, or not being, you know, not being as close to you as they used to be. Like, it really, really hurts them. Like, really, really bad. And I feel like they feel like they don't want you to go because they feel like you're leaving, and they're not getting the chance to tell you how they really feel. Yeah, I feel like that lightning energy there on that. Because, yeah, this person is like, I thought we were going to be in each other's life, you know, forever. I thought we were each other's ones. And it's like, well, you know, sometimes you realize you're not. Yeah, sometimes you realize there are other options, there are other things, you know. I really feel like this person was looking at you like their wish fulfillment. Yeah, Six of Cups. They were looking at you like their soulmate. Like, oh, no, we're gonna be together forever. And it's kind of like, no, we're not. You know. And at one point, you might have thought that too, but then you realize maybe not. Like, maybe my Ten of Cups is with somebody else. Maybe my union was with somebody else. Maybe my success is with somebody else. I'm putting in all this work. Maybe at one point, you know, this person wasn't willing to put in the work, or was running away from it. And then you started going, okay, never mind, I won't. And then this person want, you know, it's like, wait, there's so much left unsaid. There's so much, like, don't you want a conclusion to this? Or don't you want an answer to all your questions? And you're kind of like, I'm good. Like, I'm good. I'm traveling. I'm moving outside this cycle. I'm content. I'm happy with what it is, you know, like what it is, you know. I don't have to have this discussion, or have this goodbye with you. Yeah, I feel like this person is trying to sneak back in now because they feel like, okay, for some of y'all, this person was kind of, keeping, I don't want to say like something as strong as keeping you dangling, but they like were putting you on the back burner, like putting you on the back burner, putting you on the back burner. But it's like they were like, but I know you're back there and I just got other stuff to work on right now, or I see you back there, it's okay, I'll catch up with you later. And then you were like, you know what, I'm just gonna remove myself from this dinner, I'm just gonna take my little doggy bag and I'm gonna leave, and it's fine. And they're just like, wait, like no, wait, you're an important dish in my meal. Like, wait a minute. And you're like, no, like you put me on the back burner. You want to put, I don't know why the spirit's showing me. They're like showing me somebody like make a plate, and it's like them being like, oh no, I really need that rice. 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 And you're like, okay. You're just sitting back there on the back burner, being nice little cooked little rice, right? And then the time comes for them to fix their plate, and they put every other side but rice on their plate, and then they turn around and go sit at the table and they start eating, and you're like, I thought you were gonna eat my rice. Like, no. Like, oh yeah, your rice. Yeah, well, and you're like, okay, well, that's cool. I'm just gonna take my rice and go. And they're like, wait, no, wait a minute. Like, no, like, I really need your rice. It's really important. It's like, but you didn't want it. You didn't want it. You were with your other options. You were doing whatever it was you're doing. You were isolating, and you were kind of, you kept saying how important the rice was, but then you didn't even eat it. So yeah, I'm just gonna get out of here. Okay, is that okay? Like, I'm just gonna take my rice and go. Like, no, you should leave your rice. Like, I want some of that rice. Like, no, like you didn't even want it. Like, you made such a big deal out of me bringing rice to this dinner party, and then you didn't even eat it. And then when I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna take my rice and go, you were like, wait, you're just gonna take your rice? What do you mean? Like, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm just gonna go. And they're like, I needed that rice. Like, did you? Like, looks like your plate's pretty full. Like you seem like okay. That's if this person is kind of like a past lover situation, okay? That's not really like a past friend situation, but and I don't know, I don't know if you guys kind of got what I was trying to say with that food analogy. That's just what they showed me, and I was like, okay, I'll say it this way then. Like they were just, you're like, you pitched a whole fit about making sure that I brought that rice, and then I brought the rice because it was so important, and the rice had to be here. Then you fixed your plate and did not eat a single piece of the rice. That you bugged me, that you called me every single day before I came to this dinner party and was like, make sure you're bringing that rice because I really need some. Make sure you're coming with your rice. Make sure you're coming with your rice. You're like, okay, I got the rice. Don't worry. You brought the rice. You cooked it. It was delicious. They fixed their whole plate. Did not put a single piece of rice on there. Like, so what was all this about? Like, what was all this about? Like, and at one point, I feel like you were kind of like, can I get some kind of, explanation as to why, and that person's like, well, I don't, I just, yeah, you're like, okay, you know what, that's fine. And then you start to pick up your stuff and leave, and that person is like, wait, don't you want an explanation? You were asking me why. Like, don't you want me to tell you why? Like, at this point, I don't care. It doesn't matter. Like, what happened, you know? Yeah, now suddenly this person wants to jump up with all the feelings. Suddenly this person wants to jump up. When in the past they were just blocking communication. They were like, no, all these opportunities, and they were like, nah, I'm not, nah, I'm good. Rice, no, 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 yeah, nope, rice, no, thank you. Now suddenly this person's like, I fucking love rice. And you're like, I don't have time for it. Like, I don't have time for it. Like, I don't care. I don't care. Like, I really don't care. Yes. What's leaving this bread today? Like, I'm not getting satisfaction with hair. There is no new beginning here. I'm good. Right? Ooh, I just got like a pit in my stomach. Like ugh. Especially could be drinking. You know how you like drink and you get that like kind of like fire sensation, like or like that hot heat sensation like in the pit of your stomach. Like that's, yeah. They feel abandoned. They feel sad. Now they're like, wait, I thought you'd be waiting for me. I thought I'd come home 3 days from now and that rice would still be sitting on my countertop and I'd be able to eat it whenever I felt like it. It's like, no, 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 you don't need the rice. It's okay. Yeah, no. I'm gonna follow my instincts and leave because I see I feel some fuckery going on here. I really feel some fuckery going on here. If this is a, oh, Yeah. Now this person is like, don't leave me. I don't want you to leave me. Please don't leave me. Now they're showing me like a situation where like somebody is like at a party and they're showing me like you collective. You're like sitting on the side, like on the sidelines of a party, and like somebody was like, you need to come to this party because I'm gonna dance with you and it's gonna be so fun. And you're like, okay, like we're gonna dance, it's gonna be so fun. And then you sit down at the party and the person is like literally paying attention to every other person at the party but you, right? And they're dancing and they're dancing and they're dancing and you're like, hey, I'm gonna come dance with you. And they're like, no, we're gonna dance later, just go, like I'll come and get you. And you're like, okay. And you're just sitting there and sitting there and sitting there and you're like, why did you even bring me here? Like, why did you ask me to come? Why was it so important for me to come and sit here and watch you give energy and attention to everybody else in the room, to everybody else but me? Like, you know what? I'm just gonna go. And they're over there dancing and they just turn around. They're like, oh wait. And they see you like getting up and gathering your stuff and walking towards the door. And then they come over there like, where are you going? You're like, I'm leaving. Like, you're not even paying attention to me. You're not dancing with me. Like, that's the whole reason you told me you come and said that we'd sit here and hang out and talk together. And every time I try to come up and talk to you, you're like, I don't, no, just wait, just wait, just wait. All these other people are so much more important. And they're like, I was just about to come dance with you. Like, don't leave, don't leave. Like, come on, let's dance right now. Come on, we can dance now. It's okay. We can dance now. I'll dance with you right now. And you're like, actually, I'm good. Actually, I'm good. And then you start to walk out and they're like, wait, don't you want to know why I was acting that way? And you're like, is the explanation actually going to make it any better? Like, am I going to give a fuck about what you have to say? Exactly. No. You know what my instincts are telling me? Like, it doesn't matter because it's not going to make any sense. Whatever this person comes and tells you is not going to make any sense. Right? You're going to be like, anyway, so Spirit is saying just follow your instincts and leave because it's really giving me the whole vibe of this person just wanted to know you'd be there. Like, they just wanted to know that you'd be there. They wanted to know that when they called you, you'd show up, you'd be there, you'd be sitting there just waiting for them to give you their attention when they were ready to give you their attention. But in the meantime, they're going to give their attention to everybody else while also keeping an eye knowing that you're sitting over there waiting for them to give you attention. And then when you finally are like, okay, I'm done with this, this doesn't make any sense. Why am I wasting my time being here? That's when they want to rush in and give you attention. Like, wait. But it's like, are you actually really going to dance with me? Or are you just going to pull me to the side? You're going to pull me in. But it's like, but you're going to come and dance with me when the party ends in 5 minutes. Like, they just came around and everybody's kind of going home now. And, all the other people that you want to give the attention to, they're kind of leaving and kind of, doing their own thing. And now when the dance floor is empty, now you want to pull me onto the dance floor. But before, you were too busy with all your other people that were so much more important to me. Like, why did you make me come? Like, why did you bring me here? Like, why keep me here? But it's like, but I'm just getting this big energy of like you releasing yourself from the why. Because it's like, it doesn't matter. Why? Because it's some bullshit. That's it. Because it's some bullshit, right? Like, you're getting the message now. You're getting it. You've learned this lesson now. Like, you're just like, like, it doesn't matter. The why doesn't matter. All the why you did it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is that you did it. Because the why doesn't matter. Because whatever it was just some fuck shit. Whatever it was, it seems like it's just going to be fuck shit. I'm leaving and I'm going to go, I have other options. Like, I canceled other plans to come and be here to sit on the sidelines. And my person that I canceled my plans with is still texting me talking about, if you still want to hang out, we can. Like, I texted them and they're like, hey, what are you doing? And they're like, I'm just chilling. I'm chilling at this other bar. You want to come hang out with me? Like, actually, I do. But it's like they waited until they saw you texting somebody else or they saw you. But as long as you were sitting over there just like feeling lonely, they were fine. Oh, I just heard the loudest train horn. Okay. Yeah. Sneaking around. They got mysteries. Like, what is this? This is a lover situation. Like, I don't like this person. I don't like whoever they are. Like, I don't have any, like, beef with them. But, yeah. Like, where's my return on investment? Like, look, see? Did I not just say you were sitting over there on the sidelines? Like, look. At least if you were sitting there waiting, you were waiting, sitting there watching it get ready. But it's like, you're sitting there waiting for nothing. Like, you're not even getting anything. Right? Like, you're not getting any kind of a return on investment in this time and this energy. And you're like, you know what? It doesn't even matter. Like, I'm just not wasting any more of my time with this. I'm just not, yeah, I'm just not wasting any more of my time with this. Like, I don't care. Right? Like, no, I got that call. And I'm just like, I'm making a judgment call on this. And it's like, no, I'm defending myself against this energy. Because it's not. Why you, wait, for what? For what? For what? For what? They can't even tell you an answer. There's not an answer. Because even if you waited, there wouldn't be anything. There wouldn't be anything. They don't have anything for you. Exactly. For some of them, what they don't even want to tell you is that they just wanted you sitting over there to look pretty. Right? Because the truth is what? Look, you're here matching them. They're this. The whole time you were here waiting for them, waiting to give them this happiness. The whole time. And they just thought, oh, you'll always be there waiting for me and I can do whatever I want to. And, you know, I can speak to everybody else in the party and you'll just be that person sitting on there waiting on the side. And when I'm ready, you know, when I'm ready, I can give you a little bit of attention, or I can come up to you and be like, okay, you ready to go now? And you'll still go home with me, you know, and you'll still be there comforting me, being there for me because you're my match. And that's it. Like, just knowing that you're my match will keep you there waiting for me. And they liked that. They liked knowing that. They liked knowing that you would just stay there waiting for them. Yeah. It made them feel victorious. It made them feel special. It made them feel like loved. They loved that you made them feel loved. That you giving them attention made them feel important. That made them feel like they mattered. I'm going to be honest. Like, it could have all been about mind games for this person. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. Literally. Look. Literally. Mind games. Keeping you trapped. This energy from this person, whoever they were, all it was doing was keeping you trapped and feeling, you know, like, it just always made you feel unwanted. It kept you trapped and feeling unwanted. So it kept you there, always wanting, always needing, being codependent on this person, just needing them, just waiting for any little scraps they wanted to throw to you. Because they kept you so starved for attention that when you would finally give them attention, or when they would finally give you attention, you'd be like, oh my God, yes. Oh my God, yes, I've been here the whole time. Like, thank God. Like, yes, thank you. Thank you for like the little scraps that you're throwing me. The hell? Yeah, secret hater. I don't think this person didn't really like you. They liked the love that you gave them. They liked the security that you gave them. They liked the feeling that it gave them, that you knowing that you wanted them. Knowing that you wanted them. Yeah. And now they want to come rushing back in. Now they see that you're leaving. Now that their source of energy is walking away, getting a brand new, getting their justice, getting a brand new start by themselves or with somebody else. Now this person is like, how could you? How could you? I just needed you to bring that rice so that I could eat it 3 days from now. Not with you here. I wanted you to go ahead and leave and just leave me the rice. So, like, what? Oh my God. This reminds me of that friend that'll invite you to the party because they know you'll drive, or because they know that you'll. Well, I know they'll always bring over a bottle, or they'll bring over a sack, or they'll bring over, I really don't want them here, but I always know that they'll come over, or I know that their mom or that their girlfriend, or that they make that really good guacamole dip, and we all love that guacamole dip, and we really don't care that they're here, but I know they'll bring that over if we invite them over, or I know that they'll give us a ride, or I know they'll be DD, or I know that they'll, I know that they'll help us pay for wherever we're going, because, you know, I know they'll pull out their wallet. I know they'll always contribute. I don't care about them contributing. I just know that they'll, you know, and now you're getting wise. Now you're the type of person that's getting justice for yourself. Now you're getting wise. Now you're pulling away from the group, and now they're feeling, not that group, the person, this person you're in a relationship with, whatever it is, they're feeling your absence, and they're like, oh. But it's not about you. It's about what they could get from you, right? It's not about the fact that they really love you and they want to be in a relationship with you, and, you know, and all of that. It's, well, you always provided this for me, or you were always there for me, or you always were somebody just there waiting for me. You were a constant source of something that I needed, that I could get from you. And now that you're walking away, I feel the absence of that. Now I want to pull you back, because, like, what? This is like a cycle. Look at this. The devil. I kept you chained to me. We were always here. You know, I was always giving you my burdens, and you always helped me with them. This is that friend that always wants to call you, and complain about their man. This is that person that always wants to call you. You know, this is that ex, or that person that you were always there for, that they could come and dump all their issues onto you, and then you could sit there and give them advice, and then they would be like, oh, thanks for the advice, and then they'd go straight back to that abusive partner. Or they'd stay at that job. They just needed somebody to dump a lot of their issues with, and they just needed somebody to listen to them complain, or they just needed somebody to help them deal with their shit, or, you know, you just being around you made them feel better. And that's what it was. That's why this person wants to come back, because, you know, they have all these burdens and they don't want to carry them by themselves. You were always the person that helped them. You know, you always helped pay, or you always brought over that dish, or you always did that. Look who it is. Look who it is. It's the Emperor in reverse. Are we surprised that that's who this is? I'm not. Are you guys surprised? I'm not. Only thing I'm surprised about is that this didn't come out sooner. Hi. Oh, hi there. Hi there, karmic person. You always come in with the BS. Okay, with the heartbreak. Wanting to hold on to you, wanting to take advantage of the fact that you don't have those boundaries up, wanting to stir up drama and chaos, because they're always in drama and chaos. And now they feel different. Now, you know, you're not answering their phone calls anymore. They can't come over and chill with you anymore. And you're like, I just don't have time for it. And now they want to run into you in the supermarket and go, oh my gosh, like, we don't ever talk anymore. Let me tell you about what so-and-so did. And you're like, actually, you know what? I'm really busy. I got to go. And they're like, what? I'll call you later. No, it's okay. Don't. Like, what? Like, what do you mean? Like, we should hang out soon. No, I'm good. Like, no. I'm building up my energy, and it's not to give it to you. Yeah, you're leaving. You're like running away. You're like, I'm out of here. Gotta go. Like, nope, don't bring your drama over here. Wow. Yeah. So they don't want to let you go. Exactly. They feel abandoned now. They're like, they pushed you away once too many times. They didn't, you know, they took advantage of you. They took you for granted. And now that you're not there, now that you're now that you've gotten it, right? You've gotten the message now. You're like, I'm good. Right? I want to move on. This is that person that wanted to leave you on red, and then suddenly when they see you don't text them anymore, and you move on and you're going on dates with other people, now they want to be like, oh my gosh, hi, how are you doing? Like, you're going on, like, we should go out sometime. Like, why? Because every time I go out with you, we go out one time, or we spend a couple hours together, you know, and then you leave me on red for weeks on end until, you know, you see that I'm moving on, or you see that I'm not texting you anymore, and then you're coming back around, right? Like, why? No, you're getting justice. In this situation, I also think this person is going through some karma. This person is going through some karmic BS, and they're like, I need your help, because I'm just, and it's all so terrible. And you're just like, look, like, I'm sorry, I can't help you with your shit. Like, no. Yeah, this is yeah. They're showing what they're showing me now, because I watched this movie like a few weeks ago. They're showing me the scene from the first Doctor Strange movie. Spoilers, I guess. Like afterwards, you know, where Christine is always coming over and she's clearly helping him do everything. She's going to the grocery store for him. She's doing all this stuff. She's being his moral support, and he's like, "Oh, you have such a bleeding heart, and you're always there, and I'm not your project, and you're waiting for me to fall in love with you, and I'm not gonna fall in love with you." And she's like, "Okay, bye, peace." Right? And like, I'm out of here. Um and then he literally just like, she's like, "No, I'm done." And he literally just pines for her the whole time, like, because as soon as she's gone, he's like, "I should have treated her better while she was here." He writes all these messages to her. He keeps the very last thing that he keeps on him is the watch that she gave, or it was his dad's watch, but then after that it's like a watch that she gave him or something like that. Like she like refaced like his dad's watch or something like that, and she gave it to him. Um you know, like, and he just pines after her the whole time. Like even in the other movies, she's still just like, and he's like, "You know, I emailed," and later on in the movie when he's like, "You know, I emailed you," and she's like, "Why would I? Why? Why would I do that? Like, why would I open myself back up to you? Like, you're an ass. Like, you treated me like shit. Like, I was being there for you. I was taking care of you. I was being there and being supportive and kind for you, and you shit all over me." And I was like, "I'm not your punching bag." Right? She's like, "I'm not your punch." Like, she didn't say that, but that's basically, she was just like, "Why would I?" Right? To this person, like, when you were there and you were open and you were trying, this person was just like, "Oh, I see them." They'd like look at your messages and be like, "Wow, they're still texting me." Anyway, you know, and then you stop texting them and they were like, "Why they stop texting?" They'll text me again. They'll text me again. They'll text me again. You finally saw the situation for what it was, and you're like, "I'm out of here." Like, you're just keeping me like stuck on a hook. Like, I'm done with this. You finally learned your lesson, and now this person is like, "Why are they not like?" This is literally the type of person that would be like, "You need me." And then you're like, "Okay, bye. I don't need you." And then that person comes back being the one realizing that they were the one needing you. Right? But you're healed enough to be like, "Look, I don't need to be with somebody who needs me anymore. Like, thanks for the lesson. You taught me a really good lesson to be independent, to be there for myself, you know, to not chase after somebody who's emotionally unavailable or keeps me, because like, that's never going to heal me. That's never going to make me feel good. Yeah, you know what? Time has come for me to elevate out of this situation because I ain't got time for it." It's like, I'm moving on to something else, right? Like, I'm moving on to something else. Yes, again, right? This person was taking advantage of the fact that you had such a big heart, that you were such a sweet person, that you were so loving and so caring, and you so freely gave your love, right? This person had an opportunity to see that you were the person that would possibly, you know, they had a possibility in you, and, you know, getting their wishes fulfilled, you know, but they didn't care about it, right? They look, see, like I said, like, you so freely gave your cup. Look at this person sitting here. They have all these different cups, and they're like, where's their cup? Are they holding out a cup? No, they're not. They're not holding out a cup. They're just there collecting all your cups over time. Like, you keep giving them cups and keep giving them cups. And you keep filling up a cup and giving it to them, and filling up your cup and giving it to them, and filling up your cup and giving it to them. And they're just endlessly taking that energy, endlessly taking that attention, endlessly taking that, just sitting there like, look at all these cups that I have. They're not even drinking them. They're not even looking at them. They're just letting them sit there, right? With their hands closed, like, not only, you know, like, not only are they not offering you a cup back, but they're literally like, they're like, no, like 100% blocked. Like, nope. Like, I'll just keep taking as many cups as you want to give me, right? And it's because you did not have these proper boundaries. You did not have these proper boundaries about this now, right? You weren't holding up that sword being like, "Look, I ain't got time for this," right? And I feel like that's the lesson. Right? If you are on the road to becoming like an empress, right? The empress has to embody all four queens, right? Right? You already had the Queen of Cups, but then you had to learn how to have this Queen of Swords energy too, how to be like, no, and learn how to stop giving to those who don't, you know, those who sit there and just gather up all your energy and don't give anything back, right? Yeah. All this person's energy gives me a headache. And like, I think that's it. Like, it was confusing. Like, you stayed stuck for a long time. Like, why not? Why not? Like, I know they feel the way that they do. And they did. They just didn't bother. They were just going to sit there and take that cup over and over and over and over and over again. And they didn't care. Because the truth is, I don't think you were the only cup that they were gathering. You weren't the only queen of cups they had around giving them all these cups, right? They had options. And they were too worried about sneaking around and getting their options and seeing who would give them the most cups, right? This person, like, if you walked away from this person ain't a loss, right? Because not only are they acting this way and being very toxic towards you, but you're not the only one they're being toxic to. They're being toxic to a lot of people, just spreading around heartbreak with whoever they can. Taking as many cups as they can. But now they want to bring you a cup. I just saw that Knight of Cups. It's like now they want to offer you a cup. You gave this person 9 cups. Now they want to come and bring you some one little measly cup back. Like, what? Because they don't like that you're being independent and that you're gathering up and doing your own thing. They don't like that, right? They want to throw that to the side. They're like, no, you don't need to be independent. We should work together. Clearly, I see that you. Clearly, I see that I should have chose you, Queen of Pentacles. Now I see. Now this person is in all this doo-doo because you walked away and left them. Right? They had all these 9 cups. You said, you know what? I'm going to take my fucking cup. Right? And I'm going to fucking walk off. You sit there with your arms crossed with all your 9 cups. Cool. With your 8 cup. Bye. You can sit there with your 8 cups. I'm going to take my cup and I'm going to fucking leave. Right? And ever since then, it has been prosperity and happiness and abundance for you. Right? Clearly. Yes, clearly. Right? You're just working on that and making it work. Right? Because that one cup, your cup is the cup that floweth over. Right? Now you're giving all this love to yourself. And now see how Spirit is here? Bing, bing, bing. Putting those little... Okay? Now you're putting that cup into yourself. Because they was like, oh, you want to come and bring me a cup? But look at this cup. Look at this cup versus all these other cups. They just regular cups. And you had this gilded, big old, giant statues and shit. Get out of here. Statues, little mini statues and shit. Look at that cup. And this person was like, I don't know, I got 9 cups already. And you were like, no kidding? And this person was like, yeah, okay, that's cool. I'll take my cup and I'll walk away. I'll get the fuck out of here. Because this cup, well, do you guys remember, was it like a 50 Cent song? That I got the magic stick. They said, I got the magic cup. Right? It'll endlessly fill you up. Like, no, bye, I'm gone. Like, and then I think you recognized. It took you a second to recognize, like, wait, this cup is really special. This cup just doesn't deserve to just be given to anyone, right? You don't want it? Cool. Right? You don't want the cup? Cool. It's got all these fancy ass engravings and like all this stuff, and it's this magic cup. It's too, you know what? Actually, I don't need to just give it to anybody. Now this person feels like they want to do whatever it takes to get your cup back because they realize this. They realize, yeah, they don't want this shit to end. They realize, oh my God, I stabbed myself in the back because I was like, I got all these cups. What's so special about your cup? But they didn't see how special your cup was until you took it away. Like, what? They're insecure as hell. It's all their own issues. Or they thought you'd be too insecure, right? I feel like this person was taking advantage of your insecurities and was like, you're too insecure. But now you've learned, right? Page of Swords. Now you've learned about you're like, oh, you've identified this as, oh, this is a toxic trait of mine. Oh, this is an insecurity. Oh, you know, this is some kind of toxic attachment style. This is some kind of fear of abandonment that I have. I need, You know, this is the lesson this person taught you. This person taught you about their own, about one, your own insecurities. And then you saw this person for their insecurities. Like, you're doing this because you're insecure, because you have issues, because you have problems. Maybe, you know, you're not even, not that you're not, I don't want to say not something as strong as you're not worth it, but you know what? Like, if you don't see the magic that's inside my cup, like, that's not my problem. That's your problem, right? So, in fact, I'm going to go turn this 1 cup into 10 cups, right? Because that cup flowing over, right, catches that sunlight, turns it into a rainbow. Like, get out of here. Yep. And just period. This person feels lost. Now they feel abandoned. Now they feel confused. Like, what happened? Like, I've never had somebody just stop giving me their cup because they saw that I wasn't worth giving their cup away to. I've never had somebody act like that towards me. That's weird. Right when I looked down, it was 55:14 on the recording clock, and then it was also 5:14 on the real time clock too. Yeah, so it's like this person finally saw outside of their own insecurities, outside their own delusions, the moon, right? This person realized that they were in delusions, that they were not seen, that they should have took the cup. They should have. Now they want to bring that cup back. Now they want to. Oh, but look. Oh, why? Did all your little other cups go? Did they leave? Now they want to come and they want to bring you their cup. They're like, oh wait, your cup was special and I need it. This person's got issues. Like, seriously though. Yeah, you've changed. Stuff's changed, okay? Them rejecting your cup, instead of making you get all like, oh my God, I can't believe it, and chasing after them, it caused this death process to happen inside of you, and you had this evolution where you learned, right? There's nothing wrong with my cup. My cup's fantastic. And if you're not going to treat my cup right, and if you're going to throw it down on the ground and act like it's nothing, you know, like, you don't deserve to drink from this cup. You don't deserve to have this ever overflowing cup, because you have this beautiful heart. You have this beautiful love to give. And it's not that there's something wrong with the love that you have to give. You were just trying to give it to the wrong people, sweetie. And that's their issue. Well, that is their issue. They didn't see your cup for what it was, but it's good, right? Because clearly this person didn't deserve. They would have taken advantage of it. They wouldn't have treated it right. Which is why the universe and your intuition told you, pull back from this person. Stop trying to give them your cup because they don't deserve it. And when you did, it's like the illusion of who this person was fell apart, and you're like, oh, like, you're not a very good person. Like, look at how you act. Look at how you treat me. Look at how you act like this. Like, you healed this inside of you. And you're like, I don't need you. I don't need your cup anymore. Like, I don't, no. My cup is far too special to just be giving it away to somebody who acts like this and carries themselves like this. All right. And if you're going to reject my cup, that's all that I need. That's all that I need to know. That's all that I need to know, is that you're not healed enough to see how beautiful and how grand my cup was. And Spirit saying, be grateful for that. Because this person, if they had really seen your cup for what it really was, it wouldn't have been good, sweetie. Yeah, they would have been sitting there like, oh, I got the mat. I got it. Like, oh my God, it's mine now. Like, they would have been taking advantage of you. They would have been misusing you, mistreating you, right? It would have just been more of how they acted towards you. But you learned this lesson and you elevated beyond being here with this person. Exactly. You're like, nope. I don't want to talk to you. Nope. I don't want to give you another chance. Nope. I don't want another opportunity for you. No, this isn't going anywhere. No, I'm fine. Like, no. Yeah, right? Because this person, they want to come tromping along and give you, you're like, yeah, chill out. Like, go take a nap somewhere. Like, I'm good. Because you were throwing a fit like a little baby. Like, go take a nap somewhere. Like, I'm good. I don't need it. I'm good on that. I'm gonna just chill. I'm gonna back off on that because I'm good. Keep your cup. I'm good. Yeah, they coming though. They coming. Yeah, but I don't think they don't. They're not really wanting to. Spirit saying, I don't. I can't tell you what to do, but I'm just saying, like, this is not. There's not peace. There's not harmony here. There's not a match here. There's not equally yoked here. All there is that they want you to refill up their cup. And see here in this, right? It's like you're both filling up each other's cup. That's not going to happen. This person just really misses your cup. They finally see your, now that, it's like the divine like blinded this person. They blocked them so they couldn't see how beautiful your cup was. And the divine was like, we tried so hard in so many ways to show you that this person was not the person you thought they were, right? It was your shadow self. It was your triggers. It was your pain. It was your past pain telling you this person was your match, telling you this person was there for you, telling you this person was going to be there for you. It was your pain from the past that was telling you that this person was going to give you the happiness. They never would have given you the happiness that you wanted. In fact, they would have stopped you from becoming the person that you needed to become. But instead, you elevated beyond this. Instead, you healed this. Instead, you separated away from this, and you're moving on from it. And now this person, it just like, it really burns them up inside. I'm not even gonna joke like that. But again, it's this person's problem. They're, again, instead of facing their own shadow, they're projecting all their issues onto you. You're the one that got away. You're the one that won't choose me. I'm good enough. I'm good enough. No, I'm good enough. No, sorry. Yeah, I love you. I love you. I love you so much. I'll do anything to be with you. I'll do anything for us to be together, right? No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm moving on from all this drama and all this because this person, yeah, because this person is feeling the burden of how, yeah, this person is feeling like dead. They want you to bring them like back to life. Now this person is, again, the lovers. Now this person is looking at you like their match. Now this person is looking at you like you're everything, that they need. You're everything that I need, and we're supposed to be together, and all this other BS, right? This person is still in a lot of toxicity. This person is still in a lot of shadow. This person still has a lot of work that they need to do. For some of y'all, this might be bordering on like an obsession.
Power off.
Power off is right. Like, no, I don't think so. Hilarious. Right? These are two sides of the same coin, right? The lovers is the high vibrational choice. The devil is the low vibrational choice, right? So this person is still living in some kind of delusion because this person now is living. It's almost like it's like they fell for their own delusion. It's like they wanted you to see this whole thing as this, right? And at one point maybe you did, and then finally you recognized it for what it really was, you know? Now now it's this person that sees this, now that it's closed out and you're walking away and you recognize it for what it was. Now this person is seeing it like this, and they're like, no, clearly we're supposed to be together. Like, oh my god. Like, so whatever delusions they were trying to get you to fall for, is like they fell for their own delusions. It's like a person that tells a lie, and they tell the lie so much, trying to cover they tell that lie so much, and they know, at first they know they're telling a lie, and then after time they start to believe the lie themselves, and they're like, it's like they forgot that it was a lie. They lived so long trying to keep you in the delusion of what this was, that they have forgotten that it was a lie. That they're like, no, this is what it is. And you're like, no, it was a lie. This is what this is. This person's like, no, like, this is what this is. Like, can't you see that? Like, this person literally believes they drank their own Kool-Aid. Like, they literally believe their own lies that they were trying to project onto you. I feel like at first this person really was like, I know that this is BS. I know what this is. But as long as this person thinks that it's this, they'll keep giving to me. They'll keep being there for me. They'll keep being supportive to me. But now you see it for what it really is, and now this person is just like, can y'all hear that thunder in the background when I was saying that? Yeah, this person has literally drank their own Kool-Aid. Like, this person believes their own delusions. And I don't know, like I said, I don't know. For some of you, you might read this as some kind of spell, love spell, or something like that. Some kind of there, but I just really, for me, I read this more on the sense of, because I don't like to give that kind of stuff power, and the more you talk about it, the more power you give it. So for me, um, I read this more as this person is just falling for their own delusions. Like, they're falling for their own lies. Like, they've told the lie so many times to keep you under the delusion that that they're like, no, this is reality. And it's like, you forgot that this was a lie you were telling me to try to trick me, and now you end up tricking your damn self. Like, no. Yeah. Yeah, now this person, like, they feel trapped. They feel trapped by the thought of wanting to be with you, wanting to collaborate with you, wanting to work with you. Like, it has to be you. And you're like, nah. Yeah, but it's like whatever energy they sent, whatever energy they were trying to make you, they were trying to manifest a certain issue, but it's like you don't fall for the manifestations, and those freaking two cards came right back out. Right? You know the truth, and you found out the truth, and you put an end to this situation. But it's like, yeah, whatever karmic trap this person tried to set you in, they got caught in their own trap. So I do believe at first this person knew. This person knew. It was like, it's like you were like, we're meant to be together, and this person was like, what? And you're like, I'll give you all this love, and they're like, I mean, okay, if you want to give me all this love, if you want to give me all this energy, I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay, cool. Yeah, if you want to, yeah, sure, we're soulmates. Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah. If it gets me what I want, sure. Right? And this person yucked themselves into literally like, yuck, 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 yuck. And now they're just like, wait, I thought we were soulmates. It's like, what? That was a lie. And I don't, whatever. I'm gone. And you're like, and they're like, no, I really actually do believe. And this person, like, they genuinely, like, I don't think it's a lie. They don't think it's a lie anymore. Like I said, like, they are really like, shit, maybe we actually are soulmates. Like I don't feel this way with anybody else. Like, I really actually do think we were actually meant to be together. Like, damn, like, wait, were we actually meant to be together? But are we soulmates? Like, no, we're not, you fool. Like, no, we're clearly not. But like, they'll be like, oh, because you're like, yeah, you got me at first, okay, yeah, I thought I really believed that at first, but now I see the truth, and it's okay, it's over, the lie's over, you played your little games, okay, I'm done. And this person's like, no, I'm dead ass serious. Like, you were right, we are soulmates. And you're like, no, 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 we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not. I see the truth. No, we're not. Like, I'm good. Yeah, because they're giving me this kind of situation here where maybe perhaps, maybe I really feel like this person, obviously, this person was a karmic soulmate brought into your life that was supposed to teach you this lesson, right? You were clearly supposed to learn this lesson from this person. And you might have gotten mixed up. You could have been calling this, you might have confused this person with your life partner soulmate. You could have thought this person was your twin flame. And really, it's like, this person is just like They're just another karmic person who was supposed to wake you up on your path, right? Maybe this person woke you up to doing the research on twin flames, or doing the research on soulmates, or doing more, where you learned a lot from this situation here, and not just from the pain of it, but from all the other stuff that you started researching. And why do I feel this way about this person? Oh, it must be this. And you put a label on this person that wasn't quite, that really wasn't who this person was, right? And then after a while you're like, okay, I see. Like I was confusing myself, like it's not that I don't have a twin, or I don't have a soulmate, or I don't have, they're just not, I was just putting the wrong label on who this person was, which is a danger, or maybe a different word, but it is a pitfall, or whatever word you want to try to use, right? To this journey, is that once you find out about it, you could accidentally put this label on other people who really aren't that person, right? So it is a possibility that you can really mislabel people, and you can really lock that into your mind that this is who this person is. Like they have to be. I've never felt this way about somebody, when the truth was, this was a very significant person. They were, for sure. That's why you felt that way, is because this was a soul contract. This was a person you were 100% supposed to meet, because they awakened your path. They were a person that you were supposed to meet, that helped you learn this lesson of seeing your cup for the value that it has in it, seeing your cup for the overflowing cup that it is. Because this person rejecting you made you look at that shadow side inside of yourself and going, wait, why am I chasing after somebody who doesn't want to see my value and doesn't want to see my worth? Why? Like, why would I do that? Like, that's not real. Like, God or the universe or whatever, my spirit guides wouldn't want me to spend my time chasing after somebody who treated me this way, right? No, like clearly this is not it. My life partner soulmate is not going to treat me that way. My twin flame is not going to treat me that way. you know and to me personally, something that I've come into understanding is that a lot of people, one, this is kind of like a triggering opinion, but there are a lot of people out there that convince themselves they're on the twin flame journey, and sweetie, you're not. It just is what they're very rare, and there aren't that many people that are actually on the twin flame journey. Okay, there are a lot, but they're not as many thousands, as many people, as many. Just search twin flame reading, right, and see how many thousands and hundreds of thousands and millions of views, if you count up that there are people watching there are not that many twin flame. There are not that many twin flames out there, right? So there are a lot of people who unfortunately assign themselves as being on a journey that they're not on. You are on a spiritual journey, right? And it'll get people confused, right? People will and I did it, right? I assigned a karmic partner as my twin flame, and then I realized after a long time, no, this person is not my life partner. This person is not my soulmate. This person is not my twin flame. This person is not that. You know, that's not what they are. That's not how I'm supposed to feel. That's not how they're going to make you feel, right? Because there are so many people out there that want to claim it, that they have normalized that it's supposed to be like this heart wrenching. It's not also supposed to be this super overly romanticized version. It's somewhere in the middle, right? It's somewhere in the middle. Um, of between. But there are a lot of people who want to convince themselves that they are on a twin flame journey with somebody who they're stuck. My twin is stuck in a runner chaser dynamic when they are just chasing after a karmic. And that is the truth. That's why it's so important for you to go inside of yourself and really connect with your inner self, so that you can listen to your spirit guides yelling and screaming at you. Walk away from this person because they are not who you think they are, right? It took a long time for my spirit guides to be able to break through my iron will that this person was my twin flame, right? And I'm not trying to put my story doesn't have to be your story, obviously, right? But it took a long time. It took months for my spirit guides to be like, listen to us shatter. And they finally got through, and they're like, this person's not your twin flame. Like, please walk away from them. And I was like, oh my God, what? And it took me a long time to accept that. It took me a long time to learn that, you know? And I feel, and that's why I say there are so many, because I fell for it. I did it myself. I was that one chasing after a karmic. I was that one mislabeling something. Now, does that mean that the twin flame journey is not real? No, it is real, right? But a lot of people will also start to do things like, oh, the twin flame journey is not even real. It's bullshit. It's cockery. When the truth was, you just got confused. Your ego just made you say, well, because I couldn't figure it out, it just must not even be real. Nope. It's real. You just confused. You got yourself confused. You just wanted to be a part of something. And I understand that feeling, right? But you just weren't. It just is what it is, right? It just is what it is. And it takes a lot to go through, to quiet your ego enough to go through that, what people call ego death, but you can't really kill your ego, right? To go through that and to quiet it enough to really be able to see the truth. To really quiet that enough to be able to be like, oh, and really be like, okay, like, yeah, like I really duped myself. I duped myself. I did that. You know, I did that. It's not anybody else's issue. It's me. There was something in me that needed to heal, which is why I clung so hard to this. Right? And there are a lot of people out there who are on the twin flame journey that will get caught up for years. You know, I have seen the comments on other people being like, been waiting for my twin flame for 10 years to leave their karmic. And I just want to be like, honey, that's not your twin flame. That's not your twin flame. Or if it is your twin flame, they're choosing not to be on the journey. Stop waiting. Stop waiting. Stop waiting. All right? Stop waiting. And that's what I just want to just yell to everybody. Not like yell at them like stop, but I want to be like, stop waiting. Free yourself. Stop waiting. Stop waiting for your friends, for your family to recognize the value in what you say. Stop waiting. Stop waiting for that guy or that girl or your husband or your wife or your kids or whoever it is. Stop waiting for them to see your value. Stop letting them put you on the side. Stop letting them stop chasing after them and chase after your damn self, right? Because your cup is too beautiful and too powerful to just be giving away to people who don't recognize it. And you have been taught, you have been conditioned by people who don't want to recognize your worth, that your cup is worthless, and it's not true. Right? It's not true. Everybody wants to make it your issue when the truth is it's their issue. It's their issue. It's not you. You know, most of the time it's not you. You're not the problem. Most of the time it's their own issue, but they would rather put it onto you and say it's your issue rather than recognize the fact or recognize that they play a part in it themselves, right? Because most of the time the truth, the real truth is that it is a little bit of both of us, right? It's a little bit of both. And that's one of the big things that the twin flame journey teaches you is that not only, you know, do you have that runner chaser dynamic with your twin flame, but most of the time you got that runner chaser dynamic with everybody in your life, right? Because you got shit that you need to heal. That's why you were born into this life. That's why you were born into this person that you were born into. That's why you were born into the family line that you were born into. It's to heal this. It's because your soul needs to learn this lesson. This family line needs to learn this lesson. The psychology needs to change. That's why you're here. That's the point, right? It's to get the victory. It's because there is some falsity, there is some control issue, there is some darkness, there is some shadow that needs to be healed. It needs light shined on it, right? That's why you're here. Okay? Four of Wands. That's why you're on the twin flame journey. Because they say this all the time, and I heard so many people say this all the time, but it takes a while. And sometimes it just takes you a while, and that's okay too, right? This journey is not about your twin flame. It's about you. It's not about the romance. It's not about making babies. It's not about, you know, getting to healing enough to where your twin flame will finally come into union with you. It is not about that, right? It's about you recognizing all these things inside of you that needs to heal. I remember a while back, when I was uploading a lot of, like, I uploaded a little series, like a pick a card series about healing your childhood wound, and I remember somebody commented on it, which, you know, I'm not mad at them or anything. I you know, I recognize and validate their feelings on it, right? But they were just like, I'm so sick and tired of everybody talking about our childhood wounds. I'm healing. I don't want to talk about it. And I'm like, well, if you're healing, that's good. You know, good for you. But there are a lot of other people out there who will watch this for the first time and then realize that they have these wounds they need to heal. Right? The journey is always about our healing. It's not always about, you know, it's not always the main priority. There are plenty of other things, and there are many ways that you can heal. It's not always the rough stuff. It's not always the difficult stuff. It's not always the hard stuff. Sometimes it is literally just having a good time, laughing, cooking a good meal, watching a good movie. That's healing too, right? Spending good times with friends and families and making a fire and making s'mores and going on camping trips and going on vacation and getting those promotions at your job and, you know, finding that side hobby that just gets that passion inside of you, going to bed tired because you've been up working on a project and you feel so accomplished. All of that is a part of your healing. Your healing looks like a lot of different things. Sometimes it just looks like you sitting around having a good meal, laughing with your partner, right? That's healing. Healing looks like a lot of different things. It's not always all the hard stuff. It's not always when you sit down with your therapist. It's not always sitting down doing the shadow work, right? Sometimes it is. But a lot of the shadow work is just teaching us how to let ourselves live a good life. At the end of the day, that's what the shadow work is about. You're doing all the shadow work so that you don't chase after these people that end up hurting you. So you don't allow all of this fuckery. So you don't stay at that job that doesn't appreciate you and that doesn't pay you what you deserve. So you don't stay in that relationship that you're wasting yourself in. So that you don't end up allowing your friends and your family to push you around and push you into careers or jobs or relationships that you don't like. So that you don't let that person that comments on your video, or let that person that says something sideways to you while you're sitting at a light or cuts you off in traffic, so they don't ruin the rest of your day, so they don't piss you off, so that you don't go home, so that you're not yelling at your kids, so that you're not losing your temper with your partner, right? That's what this whole journey is about. And sometimes we can get caught up in just wanting to feel good. And wanting to be in the romantic stage of it, and being scared to jump into the muck, to jump into the hard part of the journey. So I see so many people out there that just get caught up in the romance part of the journey and don't jump into the hard part of the journey. I mean, and that's not a judgment. I understand, right? That's what literally being stuck in a karmic cycle is. And there's a lot of people out there that are stuck in a lot of different karmic cycles. There's still some karmic cycle I'm not stuck in, but I'm still trying to break my way out of, right? Two more spirits in. So I get it. I really, really do. Yeah. But Spirit says it's all about just trying to bring you justice, right? It's all about just trying to balance you out inside. It's all about bringing you to the good times, right? Three of Cups, bringing you to the celebrations. That for a lot of you, I know, I felt it in the collective. For a lot of you, breaking this cycle with this person and seeing the truth and seeing, because it's not really about this person, right? It's really about you. And I feel like for a lot of you, you were trapped in seeing it being about this person, but it's not, right? It's about you. It's about the self. It's about the gift of who you are and what spirit has to really bring to you and what they're really grounding in for you, right? And doing all of this is it's just bringing in happier, good times, better relationships, you know, bringing in new cycles. Some of you might have a person that could be an air sign person, okay, coming towards you and bringing some kind of offer or having something to say to you about something. Some kind of, in their eyes, it's good news. I don't know if it'll be good news in your eyes, but I mean, like, probably. It could be this person for some of you, or it could be somebody completely different, but Spirit is just saying. There's also a person, a very logical person. This person could be like an official person too. Yeah, they're coming in really quick and they have something to tell you. They have figured out some kind of truth. I just heard I'm sorry. So it could be somebody that has like a I'm sorry to give to you, or somebody that could have, they've realized something. Whoever this person is, they're coming towards you because they want a brand new beginning. They've realized something. The good news that they have is they're like, I realized what was happening now. And I'm hearing like, I don't blame you anymore. So there's a person here who has come to some kind of realization to where they want to apologize, and they want to, I'm hearing start anew. So they want to start anew with you. They want some kind of brand new beginning because they're like, I've realized what's happened now. You guys also have somebody, I'm hearing like a financial advisor or some kind of somebody like that with this King of Pentacles here. Somebody who's very stable, somebody who's ever started. Some of you could be getting a manager or getting some kind of something like that coming in towards you. You also have that type of person coming in towards you that's being represented here by this King of Pentacles person. Yeah, I really feel like you're going to have a lot of like business meetings with this person. So this could be a new person that you're partnering up with, like on a business sense. It could be somebody that you're going into a business relationship with. It could be somebody, you know, a client. It could be somebody that you could be their client, something like that. Okay. And this could be all different kinds of stuff. This could be somebody that is covering some kind of, it's just something about finances or career or something like that. Okay. Yeah, this could even just be a friend or somebody like that, and you sit down and have a talk or have a meeting with them or have some kind of like dinner where you're like, so they're like, so what are you doing? And you're like, well, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And they're like, oh yeah, I've done that before. It's somebody that's going to give you some really good advice on like a business sense. Like this is a very like business savvy person is what I'm hearing. Okay. Or they're like, you could even be like, well, I'm looking into buying a house, and this person's like, and they're like, I know that you just bought a house, so what are some things that I should look out for? You know, what is the market like? You know, what should I be researching? What are some tools? You know, what did you use? What real estate agent did you go through? You know, like so this doesn't have to be an official person, you know. Or this could be a friend or something that you just know is really business savvy, is really smart, has experience. They have experience doing something that you are about to do or that you are trying to learn how to do. And you're like, hey, can we sit down and have a drink, or can we sit down and like have a dinner? And can I, you know, and this could even be something as simple as, hey, can you come over and just let me know about this? Because I know you kind of do that. Or you could be like, hey, I'm looking into getting some kind of insurance, or I'm getting something like this. Like, can you sit down and have a talk with me about this, right? So this could be a friend, a family member, or it could be somebody that you just know in a professional capacity as well, right? You are going to be sitting down having some kind of meeting. They're giving me more like, it feels more like a business meeting, or like just business is going to be more on the topic. It feels more like a professional get together, a professional meeting or something. I think it's going to go well. I don't care. I don't want to talk about them. Yeah. That same King of Wands person came up as earlier. So that person is also trying to be in your energy. A false person with a Hierophant in reverse here. There's also a false person around you as well. Some kind of false person is wearing a mask about who they really are and about what they really want. This person has been dealing with a lot of like, they're trying to ground something or they're trying to make something happen, but they've been dealing with a lot of difficulties in their life, like a lot of difficulties, a lot of setbacks that have been like really holding them back. And I really feel like this person has just been going through a lot of karma. They've been dealing with a lot with their own energy because of this mask energy that they're in with this reverse Hierophant here. Death card, okay? This person could be a Virgo. This person could be a Scorpio, possibly, okay? Or this person is just like, oh, look who it is. It's the King of Wands. They came right back out, okay? They've been really isolating themselves. They've been in a lot of just really depressive energy. I really feel like this person has been dealing with some kind of, if they're not actually in some kind of full-blown depression, they've just been dealing with a lot of like dark, depressive, like really woe is me, like down, raining on my parade kind of thoughts, okay? And they're going through some kind of transformation here, or they're going through some kind of ending of something, ending of a cycle. They're going through something. Yeah, they're going through a tower moment. They're having a really big tower moment in their life right now. Judgments. Some of you could, with this King of Swords, some of you could be getting a call, like a call on some kind of official person, like some kind of person, like a lawyer or somebody writing a will, or somebody ending a case, or receiving some kind of information based on like, and this doesn't even have to pertain to you. This could be pertaining to somebody else. You could hear somebody say, oh my gosh, I went to court and I got that ticket taken care of, and you're like, okay, cool, that's great to hear, good to hear. Or this could be you. It doesn't have to be something major. It could just be, it doesn't even have to really involve you. You could just be hearing this story or hearing this wrap up. I went over to my grandparents' house today and I saw that where my grandfather was watching one of those like court TV things. It could even be something like that. Because they just showed me that. Or they're just showing me the judges that I saw in that. So it could be something like that. This is kind of giving me like judgment energy. Not a fan. Not a fan. Unapologetic. Some kind of movement is happening there. What about this business meeting stuff? Yeah, I really feel like you're going to be enlightened. This person, like, there's something that's been stumping you, or something that's been confusing you, or something that has been, you're just like, I don't know what to do in this situation. Like, I don't know what to do. And this person is really, really, really going to help you. Like, they're really, really, really going to help you figure out what to do. They're also going to provide you with a new perspective on a situation, and you're like, wait, what? And they're like, yeah, have you ever heard of this type of loan or this type of thing? And you're like, no, what is that? And you're like, well, you should ask about this and you should ask about that, or so. Oh, okay. Also, for some of you, this could be your taxes. You doing taxes, you filing your taxes and stuff. That, if you haven't filed your taxes yet, it could have something to do with that. Okay, you could be hearing from a lawyer or hearing from this. You could be, there is this situation of like, oh, it's weird. It's good news, but at the same time, you're like, so maybe you're like, it's better than I thought it was going to be, but I'm still going to have to pay more money, or I'm not getting back as much as I thought I was going to be, or something like that. So there is something here where you're like, I'm not a fan. Or maybe you might work with like a tax associate, or work with somebody like, you're like, I don't like my lawyer, but they're doing a good job. Like, they're doing their job and they're getting, personally, I don't really like them, but they know what they're doing. Or I really don't like my tax agent, or I really don't like this person, but you know what? They're doing their job, and it's all coming out okay, right? Like, it's coming out okay. I'm not the biggest fan of this, but I'm done with this. I can walk away from it, and I can move away from this situation. Like, it's over, it's done with, it's wrapped up. I know how much I'm gonna have to pay, or I know how much I'm getting. It might not be as much as I wanted, but like, I am getting, or whatever the situation is. Okay, I'm not gonna have to pay as much as I thought, or some kind of situation like that, where so it's like a situation that's kind of like give some, take some, give some kind of energy, where it's kind of like, it's okay. It turns out okay. It's fair. It's fair and it's balanced. What about this other person over here? Yeah, I really feel like whoever this person is over here that's got the burdens, got the mask, it's got all the issues, the problem, this King of Wands person that's coming through with all this fiery passion suddenly out of nowhere, I really feel like you're going to be like, nah, I'm good. Yeah. I really feel like you're just kind of like, I'm balancing out this situation. I just feel like, nah, I'm good. Like, yeah. I just saw that Page of Pentacles. Yeah, the Page of Pentacles. So it's like a choice. This person might provide you with a yes and a no choice, and you're like, I know it's no, or I know it's yeah. I'm good. You know, I'm happy where I am. I'm good. I'm happy where I am. Thanks, bud. Or thanks, sis. Like, I'm good. I'm okay. Yeah. Ooh, it's gonna be a big tower for this person. This person gonna be like, you said what? You're gonna be like, I said no. And they're gonna be like, what do you mean no? What do you mean you're good? Like, I'm good. Like, what are you blinking for? Like, you got a problem? Like, get out of, get out. Like, be nice. Yeah, the spirit just said be nice. Be nice now. Like, just be like, look, I'm good. Thank you. Goodbye. Yeah. Listen to your intuition. Listen to your intuition, because I don't think there's any, like, I'm just going to tell you, like, this energy is like, there's just a bunch of drama. There's just a bunch of, there's nothing really long lasting happening here, okay? This seems like passion. This seems like somebody you're very attracted to, somebody that's very attractive, somebody that you're kind of like, should I, shouldn't I? It's going to be like a big, like, tower moment. Like, there's something's here, like a big revelation or something is going to come out. And I really feel like I really feel like you're just like, I'm not about the drama. Like, I am walking away. There's nothing but drama here, and I'm just not about it. Like, I don't care. Like, whatever, I'm good. Just listen to your intuition, right? Listen to your intuition. Listen to you. Yeah. I just really feel like that you're just going to be like, wow, okay, wow. Like, suddenly you're just an open book, huh? Like, okay, thanks for telling me that, but I'm good without it. Like, 555 down on the real time clock. Yeah. Yeah. You're gonna be like, I'm good. This person has a big offer for you. They feel like you're really attractive. They feel like the two of you match. They're like, come on, come on, come on. Like, let's do this. They want to offer. For some of you, this could be a person, like, this person could end up trying to ask you to marry them or ask you to commit to them or be with them pretty quickly, is what I'm hearing. Yeah, they want a brand new beginning with you. But I really feel like you're just gonna, yeah. But I don't think there's anything long lasting going on here. I really feel like this person is a representation of some past cycle trying to come out and be like, can I get a new start? Like, no. Yeah, be careful. Y'all know as you're going and you're opening up and you're glowing up and you got all these brand new cycles and brand new options coming in, you'll have either it is a past person or it is a new person that represents that same fuck energy from the past, right? Like you might come with a new face, but you remind me of, not in a triggering way, but it's like you got all the familiar symptoms of you might not have the haircut, but I see the personality shining through you. You remind me of all the F shit from the past, and I'm good on that, okay? For some of you, it is somebody that you know from the past, and you're just like, extra hell no. Like, they're gonna be like, I'm brand new, I'm all shiny. I learned from the past. Like, I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you learned the lesson. But that doesn't mean that I have to take you back. That doesn't mean I have to be interested in you. Okay, because you know what it's about. You know what it's about. They got this brand new start. They got all this passion for you suddenly. For some of y'all, this could be a person from your past that was oh my god, spirit. I'm sorry, that was so loud. I just heard strictly dickly. Okay, like this person is like, they was about swinging that wand around. Now they might pop up out of nowhere like, hey, like, yo, like, I miss the way we match. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you're like, yeah, nah, I'm good. I'm Gucci. I'm good. Or whatever kids say nowadays. Yeah. I'm a lot more healed now. Like, I'm not the person you used to know anymore. Like, whoa, what a blast from the past. Like, hey, you want to hook up again? Like, bro, I'm straight. Like, I'm really straight. Like, I'm good. They're going to be acting completely. They're going to be acting brand new, though. But their mentality underneath it, their mentality is really pretty much still the same. Gonna be honest. Yeah. Spirit is saying, they're gonna be like, hey, like, you want some? What about Monday? What about Tuesday? What about Wednesday? What about Thursday? What about Friday? Twice on Saturday? Like, can I? And you're gonna be like, oh my God, stop, stop, stop. And they're like, can I stick it in now? Can I stick it in now? Can I stick it in now? Will you stick it in now? Will you stick it in now? How about now? What if I look like this? What if I act like this? What if I take you on a date? What if I buy you something? Like, will you now? Will you now? Will you now? Will you now? And you're like, oh my God. Look, like, I'm not the yellow belt I used to be. I'm a motherfucking black belt now. It's like cha 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 cha. Like, get back. Okay, spirits. I swear to y'all, some of my spirit guides are like me, and my spirit guides are like those people who laugh at their own corny ass jokes. Like, my spirit guide will say like a dad joke, and they're like, like, I'm so funny, and I'm like, okay, okay, like, okay, yeah, you. It made me chuckle. It made me chuckle, but like. That's why sometimes I just like randomly laugh, because my spirit guides are literally like, I'm so funny, like, ah, ah, ah. And I'm like, okay. Like, all right. Oh gosh. I'm not making fun of you. You know I love you guys. Is there any Yeah. So it's like, you got a brand new beginning now. You're gonna have people that try to jump up and block your brand new beginning, okay? They're trying to hold on. You got people trying to jump up and block your brand new beginning, trying to hold on, being like, don't you want to come back? Don't you still want to be in this energy? So be mindful, because it might come in a different place, in a different package. It might look different, it might sound different, it might have a different accent, but Spirit is saying you have learned all the warning signs. You have learned all the red flags. So just be aware. Like, just because you're doing the work doesn't mean that there won't still be fuck people out there, right? Because you're doing the work, you're glowing up, like, there, there are gonna be people who deserve. Oh, that was terrible. I'm sorry, but there are gonna be people who deserve your energy, and there are gonna be people who don't deserve your energy. And the only difference is that you just know better now, right? That you just see them, you just smelled it on them. You're just like, look, I'm not about it. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I'm not about it. Like, Spirit says it's not about just judging people necessarily on the past, judging them on how they act right now, judge them on their current actions, judge how they act right now, judge how they, the actions. Don't judge what they're saying, judge how they move, right? So allow somebody to show you who they are by how they move and what they do and where they go, right? What they give their energy to, because they'll show you, right? They'll show you. Because people that are still, like, if their mind hasn't changed, like, they're still going to move the way that their mind is really thinking, no matter what their mouth says, right? It's like that story that I told earlier, where I was like, the girl was saying one thing, but then her eyes and her face was saying something else. And I'm like, you think I'm stupid? Like, your mouth can say that you agree with me, but you rolling your eyes lets me know that you're really not into it. Right? Like, what? So it's kind of that situation right there, where it's kind of like, your moves tell me something else. Like, your mouth might be saying something real sweet, but like, you still act a lot like you did in the past. Or like, like I said at first, anybody can wear a mask, anybody can act like they've changed for a little bit, but after a while, like, the moves, they will show you the truth, right? They will start falling back on their old ways, and all you have to do is show them that they might not have changed, but you have. So don't fall back into the same old traps. Don't fall into the same pattern that you used to before, whether or not this is an old person or whether or not it's a new person acting like the old people, right? Okay, wow. It's been a while. It's been a while since I had a reading this long. And I felt like this could have been a couple of different readings, but like, yeah. This a really big, yeah, this person's confused. Take a leap. Take that leap, right? You might not know exactly where you're going. You might not know exactly where you're driving or where you're going in this situation, but Spirit's saying stay grounded and remember your lessons. That's what they just keep saying. Remember your lessons. Like, you've learned all the lessons before. You've learned this lesson. It doesn't mean that you won't have people test your boundaries, right? Old people, new people, People will still try to test you. People will still try to push you. People just, the difference is that the old you would have let them test your bound, you know, would have just given in, right? Because you didn't have those boundaries. And the new you is just going to be like, no thanks, and move on. And they'll keep it pushing too, right? And exactly, because you're the Empress now, right? You got the Empress energy now. And you're just like, I just ain't got time for it, right? And the old you might have been like, oh my God, I can't believe they walked away from me. Like, let me go chase after them. And the new you is like, okay, bye. Keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. Like, let me open the door for you. Bye. Like, see you later. Sorry, I saw like a flash over here, and I'm like, what? This is my spirit guides being like, we agree. Look at that. Look at that. The way is clearing. The path is being enlightened, right? You can see your way forward now, right? Like the path was in shadow, but now it's the light's coming out, and the, you know, the light's coming out, and now you can, you know, you can see what's going on here now, right? You're investing in new things now. And this past person, whoever this person is, like, you're like, if you really stay grounded and stay in yourself, you're gonna be able to feel the energy. Like, it's gonna be different than it was before. Like before, you might have been really attracted to them. It might have been your shadow side was really calling out around the karmic energy that was around them, and it matched with you. And now, especially if this person is a person from your past, now you're going to feel that person come back towards you, and you're going to be like, ooh. And they're going to be like, what? Like, you're going to be like, you wearing a new cologne? And they're like, no, it's my same stuff. You used to love this. And you're like, it just don't turn me on like it used to. Like, you just not, yeah, you're purifying. Yeah, like, you're just like, like, it ain't the same as it used to. That swag, your little swag that you had before, it just don't have that same pull on me like it used to. Like, I was telling one of my friends that, because I'm like back out into the dating scene, and I'm just like, so quickly, like, I'm not trying to judge somebody like just like on like how they look, but how they move, how they talk. People that, it's like, I just told her, I was like, my type is changing. Like, I can feel it. Like, I could see that before somebody that moved this way or said something would still hold my attention before, and now I'm just kind of like, nah. And I'm not afraid just to kind of be like, oh, let me keep the conversation going, or let me keep, you know, because no, I'll just be like, look, I'll keep pushing and be like, look, if you, and don't hurt my feelings like it used to before. So I'm just like, if you know, if you're not about it, that's cool. Like, we can just let this, you know, we can unmatch and just go on about our business, you know, like unmatch, or we can just stop talking, or I can just move on from this, because it's like, it's good. Like, I'm not finna chase after you if you're not down for it. Like, why keep wasting each other's time, you know? And that's what I told her. I was like, it's like, my type is completely changed. Like, I can spend like a few minutes talking to somebody now, and I'm like, nope, I can already tell. I can already tell. Back in the day, I might have been really attracted to you, but I'm really not now. And I was like, my type's changing. The type of people that I find attractive are changing. Like, it's a different type of energy. It's a different type of swag that catches my attention now than it used to, right? So, and I feel like that's how it's gonna feel for you. Like, this person's gonna come back around, and you're just gonna be like, I used to be attracted to them. Like, it doesn't mean that you don't still find this person physically attractive. Like, you could still be like, yeah. Or, you know, if, like I said, if you know that you guys were good between the sheets, you're like, yeah, I'm sure we'd still, but it's not, I just don't want that anymore. It's just not what I want anymore. It's because you just don't line up with that anymore. And it doesn't mean that people won't try to pretend like, because you weren't aligned with them in the past, right? Like, not for real, not with who you were at a soul level, right? But you compromised yourself, which is why you felt so bad about it. But now you're like, no, I don't compromise that. Like, no, that's not what I want. No, that's not, no, you can get up, you can go. I'm not worried about it. Like, and they're not used to that. They're not, like, especially, like I said, especially if this is a person from the past, they really feel like you're just on the fuck shit, because they wear a mask. So that's what they feel like you're doing too. Like, oh, it's just a front. Like, let me get back in there, and she's gonna crumble down, or they're gonna crumble down and give in to me just like they always used to. Like, and it's like, nah, I'm good. I'm straight. Like, Look, that's who it is. That's who it is. I told you. That's who it is. Is this person right here. Okay? Because they thought what was in the past would always be. Yeah, but what it was, this thing, nah, you done put in that work. Time's done passed. This person might not have changed, or this person might have learned how to change up their game a little bit, but on a energy level, like a person might lie, but their energy doesn't. On an energy level, they're still the same. They're still on that same BS. So you're gonna be able to know. That's what Spirit's saying. Like, you're gonna know. Okay, well, that's enough. That's enough. I'm not engaging with this energy anymore because that's all they got going on. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've had a reading like this long. It's been a while. Thank you if you're still here all the way to the end. I really appreciate you. Thank you so very much. No matter how much you watch, I really appreciate you. If you feel guided to watch any of my other readings, please do. I hope this brought the love, light, and clarity that you were really looking for. Okay. Thank you to everyone who likes, who subscribes, who shares, all right? Anyone who reaches out to me to get any kind of personal reading or for personal spirit guidance, okay? Or if you would like or you feel called to donate or tip to the channel, the information for all of those things is down in the description box down below, as well as any of the cards that I ever use in any of my readings. Those are listed in the bottom of the description box as well, okay? And I will see you lovelies in the next one. Bye.